Hey, I'm James Hurst. I'm writer,
Oh,
story
that's me.
editor of Degrassi. Everyone's supposed to introduce themselves now.
Cassie, you go now, because that's the shot of you.
Oh, I'm Cassie, and I just did my own stunts. That's not me.
I'm Nicole, and I worked with James in the story.
And my name is Shelly, and I wrote the script.
Shelly!
Hello.
There's Miss Hot Salakos.
Or Miss Hot Sauce, as certain people in the office like to call her. Not me.
I do.
Come on.
So I think this beginning part happened, you guys, because, oh my God, Craig's hair. How was he ever a heartthrob? Oh my God, Jake Epstein, turn the DVD commentary off now. I think this started because we heard that Cassie could do gymnastics.
Let's everyone sing the theme song.
Oh yeah. If I hold out,
Start clapping.
if I do, I know I can make it through.
Oh no, I did it on the wrong part.
That's lacrosse because we're Canadian, eh? And lacrosse is Canada's national sport.
Is it really?
Yes,
Yes, it
it's
is.
not hockey. Everyone thinks it is.
That's because we're all
Those
good
are the
at
old
it.
people who I'm younger than, for the record.
Oh, can I say something about the title?
Yes.
That's an Elvis Costello song.
You know what? It actually used to be called Papa Don't Preach, and I think we changed it because you hate Madonna, right, James?
Very true. And also, Accidents Will Happen is one of the few examples of a song that's not actually from the 80s. It's actually from 1979.
We totally cheated.
I
James and I made a
totally
pact
cheated.
that we wouldn't tell anyone that the song was from 1979.
I
So now
know.
you know. Did you?
did?
Remember when I used to wear all those hats?
Yeah, what was with that?
I don't know, but look at my hair. It's so long.
It looks good. Apparently you want to touch your hair. Oh, did we miss our credits?
Are you still
Not
interested in
yet.
a trip
Okay.
next weekend?
Yeah, the
There's Aaron Martin,
Yay,
showrunner for many years.
Aaron.
Aaron's awesome.
Yay, James!
Ooh.
This is the scene where Jake kept Jake Goldsby kept ad-libbing because my hip hop isms apparently weren't quite cool enough, which just shocks me.
Yeah, but that was before
Yeah.
you
Yay, Shelly's hero.
With an extra E.
asses.
He was only supposed to say azzle because we're not supposed to say ass on the show, but he said assizzle, and we just had to leave it in because there were no alternate takes, which I loved.
Dun dun dun.
He was rocking it Snoop Dogg style.
That was because you, James, were making me watch that Doggy Fizzle television show. that year.
Yeah, that was an excellent show.
Just a sec. I'm really sorry. Okay.
Just a
I know.
Cassie, do you hate watching yourself, or is it kind of cool for you?
No, it's kind of cool for me.
And that's the only reason I let it go on.
I can't watch shows that I write. I don't like them.
And
Don't hate, appreciate.
Who's got a pen? Anyone have a pen?
I have a pencil. Oh no, you do too.
Shh, you just blew my joke.
Oh shoot.
The chips of chewed boats and the
This is one of those things that's great in the story room. Thanks a lot, James and Nicole, because everyone was like, she has to say something that makes her feel kind of sick, and they're like, oh, I think there's some gross parts in Moby Dick. Yeah, keep going, tell the story. So then when it comes to the part where I have to write the script, I have to try and find something gross in Moby Dick, which meant that I had to read like the entire book thing, and there's like nothing gross in it.
This was the funnest part for me. This was so fun. The water bottle's behind me.
Oh, it's just water?
Yeah. No, I actually puked.
People. Some prop guy told me that it's usually canned soup. That's the best thing.
No,
to
because I
use.
had it in my mouth.
Water or. But
Water.
yeah, you can put like chunks of soup in your mouth and then. But the funny thing about the barfing scene is that you're not allowed to talk about it in front of our producer, Linda. Right, James?
That's right. Yeah, she has a real problem with puking.
Barfing.
So that and beets, I don't understand the beets. I don't know what the beets are about, but puking, she.
Oh yeah, like beets, like pickled beets or
Yeah,
like the vegetables. She has phobia about
big problem.
beets.
Yeah. So whenever we have a story where there's puking involved, it's a real
beets.
problem. And beets. Thankfully, beets doesn't come up that often.
Like at least 3 times a season.
Yeah, a few times. You know, you want to have your beet B plot. You know, for sure. Like Toby really likes beets, and Jimmy doesn't like beets, and he's mad at him.
That's basically what this story is about.
That was a bit of an ad lib there. It was very funny.
I
But,
think doesn't Aubrey say peace a lot? So it was
Well, a lot
Jake
of
making
kids
fun of
say
Aubrey.
peace,
Nothing.
I think.
Hey, this is that your real leg?
Yeah, that is my real leg. I can put my legs behind my head and make a basket.
And make a basket?
Yeah, if I was ever gonna run away to the circus, I'd be that girl who can go in a box and stay there, and they just twirl her around.
Oh, you'd be a really good magician's assistant.
Yeah. Well, I think so. That's if I don't make it as acting.
This
Then.
meat means everything to me.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2" and a
I'm
half.
just nervous.
Yeah,
5'2" and a
you
half.
have to be like under 5'4" to be a magician's assistant, I think. So you'd be in.
How do you know that?
I worked on a magic show one time.
Interesting. Hey, so here's something we can say about gymnastics. I remember,
Oh yeah, we're supposed to talk about the show.
we're supposed to talk about the show. I remember driving in with Shelley Scarrow, who I'm engaged to. I remember driving in that morning and saying, you know, I got to work on this 1 hour story where, you know, Manny's pregnant and she's going to have an abortion. And I said, how do you do an hour of that? Like, that's kind of tricky, right? And I'm like, I think panicking, as I sometimes do.
No.
Yeah, sometimes I'm known to do that. So I was driving in, I'm like, what are we going to do? So I had some thought of, what if we, I think it was my idea, and I'm sorry if I'm taking credit if it wasn't.
Nicole hit him.
We're gonna
Nicole,
wrestle
maybe
for
it was
this later.
Nicole's idea, I don't know. Basically thought, what if we just misdirect the audience and make them think it's about something else?
And I think it was in the middle of the winter, right? It was cold and flu season. It was like,
Yeah, that's
genius.
probably where we said, everyone thinks it's a flu. And that was wound up being a really big help.
Okay, wait. Here comes
more
the
intense
line
chemo
that
might be
made
good.
Aubrey Graham
amazing that you're here.
not puke because we can't say that, but
getting
almost made Aubrey Graham puke when we read the
You
script
know
through.
me, I'm always doing something.
$50 to anyone who could give me a tampon right now. I can't believe no one noticed. I just did a front walkover that belongs in a horror movie.
That's the one. Because it's that thing where girls talk in a different way than guys know, and I think we flipped his little mind.
You
with
flipped
that
my
one.
mind too. I couldn't believe it when I heard that.
Every girl has had that
shocked.
moment
Oh yeah.
at least 100 times in her life.
And I haven't seen this show in a couple of years, but that is probably the line that gets quoted back to me most often.
Are you sure it's not something else?
Miriam looks so young.
You're right.
Especially with her hair back. It's so long now, eh?
I haven't seen her in a while. Is it really long?
Shame.
What is with everyone in the cast getting extensions? What's the extension obsession?
No, but that's just Shanae. Oh, and then Lauren when she had her episode.
And then Stacy just got them last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, she got them to be on Instant Star.
Well, I don't know. Long extensions are the thing, I guess.
Don't cry, man.
Don't cry, Manny.
It's okay.
Cry, damn it, cry.
Was that Shane?
Hey, I thought that was Dylan for a second, but I'm like, why would they be
No,
playing
there was a weird period in season 3 where Shane and
Oh, yeah, they
Shane and
totally
Dylan
look
had
the
the same,
same.
like where Spinner and Dylan had the same hair, and we used to make jokes about how much hair Paige would have to deal with between her brother and her boyfriend. And then there's Cassie's hair. Okay, this I think was Nicole's idea, that Manny wasn't sure whether or not Craig used a condom. And we had a lot of arguments on this one from people who said that it didn't seem possible that someone wouldn't know. But
First time. you
yeah,
know?
yeah, first time.
So much
And
stuff's
because like
happening.
her mom's so strict, right? She would have never told her anything about that.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think you're so overwhelmed your first time. You don't.
Well, and
You're not really
it's
thinking everything's
awkward.
happening.
Yeah,
If a guy,
I wouldn't know yet.
if he used a condom.
What? Were you there, hun? I mean, it's just a tiny bit obvious.
Were you there, hun?
Oh, no. You're serious?
Paige is probably, I think, one of the more fun
What?
characters on the show to write because she's
Did you-
so mean all the time, but she gets away with it.
Or even
Because she
feel
delivers it
maybe?
with a hun.
I don't think so.
Well. Okay, it's okay. If you're talking about who I think you're talking about, then I'm sure you're fine. He seems like the semi-responsible type.
Promise you won't tell anyone, okay?
Of course not. But to be sure, you should really just ask him. And, hun, remember, next time, ask questions first, get naked later.
Best line ever.
It's a very controversial line, huh?
That was another, yeah, because the argument was made that not all teenagers get naked when they have sex. So
Who said that?
I think it was like an educator standards person. A lot of our scripts get read, especially when they're an issue-based episode like this. They get read by standards people and educators, and so they said that we were missing an opportunity to educate students on the fact that it's even sex if you don't get naked. And I was like, well, that's kind of not what the show's about.
That's not as funny.
And yeah, if the line was ask questions, wait, don't take your clothes off, and oh wait, okay, forget it. Then it wouldn't be the end of a scene anymore.
Can I just say here that this is completely inaccurate? And this would never happen. It would make no sense. Somehow, magically, he plugs into the magic port. That lets him get into
I remember
the
you
system.
saying that, the magic port.
I trust these shenanigan antics are related to
Shenanigan
magic.
antics, that's awesome.
That's one of that's an Aaron Martin joke. Aaron was
may
the
I say,
showrunner,
Reverend,
and Shenanigan
whale of a
Antics,
good
I think, was
time.
something one of his teachers used to say in high school.
When
Well,
shenanigan
maybe you
and
say
or
we should
antics
take
is
those
not
two
enough.
mascots over the center table. Now,
I also enjoyed writing Miss Kwan because she's one of the only teachers we're allowed to make nasty. Otherwise, people have to be pretty. Teachers and adults have to be pretty nice and pretty irresponsible in the Degrassi world, but somehow Miss Kwan gets a pass. Miriam can actually do gymnastics, right? She's
she's
ballet
a dancer,
trained.
yeah.
So that's why she could do the splits and stuff earlier. Oh, look, it's Manny's mom. First time we ever seen Manny's mom.
You know, we should say something about that because that was one of the first times we had a parent figure,
That's true.
and that was actually a bit of a struggle because the whole Degrassi thing is supposed to be kids helping kids, and we're never supposed to have,
Including your mom.
some parent come in and fix everything or really get involved in the story at all. So it was a bit of, we had to change things up here to get the mom in. And I think it was a really great thing we did, Oh, watch out, here we go.
I'm
Nice scrunchy lady.
Thank you.
Oh my God, look at that hair. Dude, what is
Were
that?
scrunchies in 2 years ago?
no.
I don't think so. But I don't think some things go out in the world of gymnastics.
True.
There's a baby crying in the background.
Yeah, symbolism, people.
Ouch. I think the symbolism just hit me on top of my head.
Oh, I fell. Oh my gosh, it's a catastrophe.
Get up! Get back on the beam! Get back on the beam!
Does the president know?
Oh
my gosh.
I like to think that when they go off screen right now that Miss Hatsalako slugs Coach Armstrong and starts a big fight.
They're running away.
Get back on the pommel horse.
I don't think you should run in the hallway without shoes on.
I know.
Hey, look, my name's on the honor board behind Craig's head.
Oh, I saw that.
Yay.
I took it off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
That
just
was you.
joking.
That was you. I bet that
only
was
I got you.
you. Hey, so, Cassie,
Yeah?
When
I bet people listening to this really want to hear about the actors.
Yeah?
did you use a
Did somebody
condom?
just fart? I think somebody just farted in here. But anyway, Cassie, so say something about Jake Epstein. Tell us something about Jake Epstein.
He looks so much hotter with short hair.
Fair enough.
He's a stagey actor.
he's okay.
I like that. It's easy to work with him.
And,
A lot of the show,
Man,
Craig, Manny, Ashley is a pretty big
were on the
part
pill.
of
Yeah, that's
Degrassi, isn't
season
it?
3.
Season 3, it's kind of like the whole heart of the, I don't know, it's a pretty huge part of the show. Oh, crying.
Manny. Manny, is something wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
No. It's not. Can't be.
Well, which is it? Nothing's wrong or nothing can be wrong? Because you're not making any sense.
Nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. Okay.
Okay. Well, see you.
All that dramatic music in the background.
Very good scene. So who's your favorite actor to work with, Cassie?
We have success?
A little too much success.
What does that mean?
Probably
As in
Ryan or Jake.
Oh, really?
Jake Epstein, yeah.
8%.
Miriam's really fun to work with too.
That's impossible.
It's like the biggest typo ever.
This was
Fix it.
I used to have a joke in here about where Toby went to give Jimmy an A, and instead of giving him an A, he gave him a triple A. So I had like a bunch of bra jokes, but they made me cut it. They weren't that funny anyway.
Come on.
Mr. Isaacs, just the fellow
I
I'm
miss
looking
Mr.
for.
Radich.
Having some
Yeah, he's
trouble with
pretty
my
awesome.
user account. With Mr. Simpson away, I was... Well, here, let me show you.
Sir.
Is that the only computer he could get access to?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is,
Yeah, this was just a little convenient.
Oh,
I
watch
love
out,
how
watch
Jimmy
out.
runs away in the background.
Explain to me why I'm logged on here already.
What does his logon page look like? I wonder. Let's
I don't know.
see.
It doesn't. Just in case it wasn't landing for anyone.
Do you think that was clear enough?
No.
I don't know. So this is kind of a slightly controversial scene.
Yeah, it was also.
Because some people, I do believe, wanted this cut. I'm pretty sure some people somewhere along the line
Yes.
were just like, what is
Well,
going on here?
the shows were also running really long, that because there's lots of like nice dramatic pauses in this episode, and they were running really long, and this was one of the big suggestions to go because it doesn't necessarily add to the story.
But is it also because there's... just in case you didn't know what it was about, people. There's a baby.
Is that
But-
part where she's supposed to trip over a kid too?
Trip over a kid?
Yeah, that was in the script.
A fetus?
Yeah, no. No fetuses were to be shown,
That's
or
a cool
feet
shot.
eye.
I like
No
that
feet
shot.
eye. I
That's a
do
good
too.
shot.
Yeah, that looks great.
That was a good shot. Yeah, Eleanor Lindo directed this one.
Yay,
Well, shout out
Eleanor
to her.
Lindo.
Did a very good job. But that running, some people think that she's running because she's trying to abort the baby. What do you think?
Yep.
What do you say?
I
Could be a
think
bit of both.
I think it's really subconscious, but I do think on some level she just doesn't want it to be true, and sometimes
I can't believe I have to go through this.
There's a lot of instances in literature where women like throw themselves downstairs
Yeah.
trying to induce abortion.
but definitely not like on the surface. I don't think she heads out for a run for that reason. It's also like we talked a lot about Manny's body, I think, when we were working on the story, and like that, oops, sorry. That she's trying to stay in shape, and that the gymnastics are very important to her, and having control over her body is important. So the running's sort of about that
My
too.
mom surprised me. She was incredibly supportive.
Okay, that was boring. Cassie, tell us something else interesting.
This was at the end of the day.
And you were really tired?
And I was really, really tired. But the running scene before, man, that was really hard to shoot because we did take after take. And there were lots more like running scenes that we went through.
Not even a little bit.
How old were you when you did this, Cassie?
I think I was 13.
13. Wow.
13 or 14, yeah.
So remember there was debate about whether she should go to her mom, and then we were like, Spike
It's
had a
kind of the
teenage
natural- Yeah.
baby, and
Well, and going to your friend's mom is sometimes easier. Was the thought?
remember that was a big conversation for like a couple hours.
And then we went for lunch.
And 8 beats in front of the producer.
Please join us. Mr. Isaacs here was just telling me a very
So
interesting
this little
story
plot here sets
about
up
your
a
mathematics
later
quiz.
episode, which you'll have on this DVD called
You're both
Take
good
on
kids.
Me,
At least I thought so.
which is our
Computer serious
complete and utter
offense.
rip-off of The Breakfast Club.
It's an homage. I maintain that
It's a
it's
rip-off.
we're paying homage.
It's a rip-off. You know, I got to say, Take on Me,
Mr. Radich,
people love that episode
May I have
or
a
they
moment?
hate it.
Yeah, it's true. Jake
Some
Epstein
people
hates it.
hate it.
Yeah.
And it did not do well in the ratings. But
I
I
love
think
it.
it's I think it's a great
freaked
episode.
out. I
But
know
you'll
what
see
else to
yourself
tell
when you
him.
watch the episode.
Do you know what Saturday
But so
is?
this part of the idea here was to get
bad
these two
bullets?
into detention, and I think this is really an Aaron and Shelley thing. But you guys were trying
You're a
to
fake
set
computer
up all the
hacker, you're
people
a
who are going to
fake
be in
rap
detention
Yeah.
on
You're just
screen.
100% fake.
So I think he did Sean in another episode. Was
Sean,
it
I think, is in the next
in
episode
the next
that he
episode,
gets
I think.
detention.
Yeah.
Hazel was the one who had a mystery around it. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't know, and
I got your message.
Ellie does
Sorry I'm
it
late.
on purpose. But yeah, we set up the other two on screen. Yay, Pink Floyd!
Look, I can't stay long. I have this bio lab.
Something bad happened.
What?
Yeah, it's Degrassi.
It's
Something bad is
Degrassi.
going to happen. This school is cursed. Don't
My
ever
kid-
send your kids.
I would so ship my kids anywhere else.
Don't go to Degrassi.
And I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant.
Oh my god, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
I know you're mad.
I know
I'm
you're bad. That's
sorry.
great.
Wasn't
so
she?
true.
No, you're mad. Please don't kill me. Oh my god.
She was in love with Craig this whole season, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Madly,
She's always been
madly in love.
And that's one thing I love are like the long burning crushes, and that was an especially good one.
After you asked me that question yesterday,
And Nicole just drank water at the same time as Jake Epstein swallowed on screen. That was really
Awesome
weird.
timing. Dolby surround sound. Go get that in the rear speakers.
Did you hear what he said? Let's make a little film.
I know. Yeah, this is Craig going nuts.
But you know, he'd lost his family and was feeling very at sea,
Yes,
so
and we knew he was
there
crazy
were lots
even
of
back
conversations.
then.
We did kind of know he's crazy. Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
To be
part two?
continued.
Do-do-do-do.
Linda Scarlett Simpson, yay! Oh, here are all the credits for all the brilliant people who work on it.
That's me.
Line producer David Lowe,
David Lowe.
excellent. All sorts of wonderful people here.
There I am
More
again.
James Hurst, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Ever
fine.
Gabe Lamb, who's our set decorator, really talented guy.
They call him Gabe the Maid, but that's a different story.
I,
I really have to
I
go to
don't
bed.
know that.
You don't know that. Give me a break. What are we supposed to say over the credits? Hey, you know, I can say one thing about that ending.
I'm picking my nose.
You picking your nose? That's so totally
I'm
awesome.
picking your other nostril.
Yeah, okay, I'm running out. I'll say it at the beginning of the next one.
And if we let you.
End scene.
Yay. Scene.
So what do you think it is?
So here we are again.
I don't know.
Episode 315. Accidents will happen part 2.
It's a dog.
He's always wanted a sister.
Yeah, this one's bad. The other one's so much better. You should watch this one.
Hey.
I'm kidding.
It's so weird.
I'm walking here.
Oh, rude.
Sorry.
Okay, that's like total taxi driver. I'm walking here.
Oh, cool.
That's when Ellie was like punked out, man.
Yeah.
Before she liked Craig.
I thought she looked cool like that.
Oh, she looks super cool.
Hey.
So this was when we read this script, Shelley. Jake Epstein wanted to kick your butt because
He wanted to kick my butt the entire third season because I also wrote the one where he slept with Manny instead of Ashley. So he was very cross with
That's
me
right.
for an
He was
entire
Yeah.
year.
mad about
He
that.
hated my guts.
He
But
was
I was
so
like,
mad.
it's not necessarily my idea just because it has my name on it.
Totally. Jake Epstein totally rocks. He's totally awesome, but I guess he was concerned about his character. But the funny thing is, in this episode, he's so desperate to have a family. He is a little bit manic, right? So
Yeah.
he's kind of like, "What are you? Is my character crazy?" And we're like, "Yeah."
You're never gonna believe what Ellie just told me.
I had the same haircut as Melissa for a while.
Yeah, you sure did.
Might be worse.
As if it could be.
Hey,
Didn't Ashley and Craig have the same haircut for a while? Is that what you're talking about?
Pretty much.
okay, Cassie, let's say you weren't playing Manny. Is there a character on the show who's most like you?
I think I'd probably play. I'd want to play Craig because he's kind of crazy.
Really?
I think it'd be fun also playing a guy as well. You know, I want to be flexible with him.
That'd be quite a stretch playing a guy. That'd be cool. Hey, so the credit sequence here, directed by Paul Fox, very talented director.
Yay, Paul Fox.
We're linking everybody together, including the parents who are sitting outside eating. So he's drinking milk. Someone is saying he's drinking milk.
What?
there?
I always wondered what was with Sean and the milk.
Man, milk is cool. Like,
Really?
milk is cool for cool people to drink.
Oh, okay.
It keeps your bones strong. How else do you think they beat up people? Come on.
And we have to work in pairs.
So there's Mr. Perino,
But you'll be researching 1958.
very popular with some of the female staff members.
Yes.
With Sean Cameron.
You write them in whenever you can to make certain people on staff happy, who shall remain nameless.
Yeah, we're not going to mention that.
Brown
So there's Sean Cameron with the Eminem look.
I didn't like that hat.
You didn't like the hat?
No, he's got nice hair. I guess if you see his eyebrows, you see sort of what his hair is like, but not the same.
Oh, drinking milk again.
Whoa.
Oh, a very
Don't
empty
drop
container of
10
milk.
to do his eyebrows. Don't do it.
Look what I found. Pick a name, okay? Don't look.
So have we talked about how Jake Epstein was, he had some questions about this storyline and the fact that he's kind of manic in this. But I guess we knew back then even that he was kind of crazy.
This is such a jerk move. Hey, everybody.
I think this is one of the ends, 100 most intense moments in Degrassi's history.
Yeah, except that they didn't show these episodes.
Oh, yeah. Hey, well, you know, nice segue. Let's talk about that for a second. These, if you are an American viewer, this might be the first time you've ever seen these episodes. Hence our commentary. And that is because they are about, what are they about? Abortion.
Would you like me to spell it?
A-B-O-R-T-O. So it was deemed too controversial by our American network, Noggin. They were really behind the episodes. They're very proud of them, but they just didn't feel they could air them. So,
It's just, I think, a political hotbed.
yeah, it's a tricky, thorny topic in America for sure, and they believe in the episodes a lot, and I think they will play them one day, but not yet. So unless you've downloaded these illegally off the internet, and a lot of you have, this might be the first time you're seeing these episodes. And I think, well, Shelley, you wrote them. What was the philosophy behind these episodes? What did you want to say about the topic of abortion?
Weren't exactly interested in hearing
I
about
guess
being
I didn't really have an agenda. To me, it was sort of about the character of Manny and what was the real choice that Manny would make. And it seemed like her situation and her character was such that it'd be pretty wild for her to keep a baby. And I was trying to make the right choice for the character. I mean, you guys wrote the story.
And then she got an abortion, and now she's all jaded and emotional.
I
She's so misunderstood.
I have to admit, I think there was a little bit of my politics that came into this. A little bit when we were working on the story. I don't know if you thought so, James, or if you had any of your politics come into it. But, you know, you look at these kids and they're so young and you just think keeping a baby at that age would be so hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
I can't handle it now.
What did you do with your baby then, Nicole?
Shh. Don't tell. So there's JT and Liberty who talk about a long-standing crush. Ironically,
I love that crush.
JT,
I love that crush goes on forever.
Liberty,
So gorgeous.
get pregnant later, but you know that by now.
Are you sure you're supposed to say that?
Yeah, it'll be long on the air by then.
Are you positive?
Come here.
I don't know. I guess I'll get fired.
See?
So, but what's interesting about this is that Emma, you know, her mother, Spike, had her at like 14. So, that's what's really interesting about the storyline and the fact that Manny's Emma's best friend is that had Spike had an abortion, Emma would not exist, and the show would not exist.
So,
this entire series would not exist because it's kind of really starting.
It started around
from-
Emma.
Yeah.
She was the springboard for starting it up again.
For the whole thing. So it's pretty cool. What's interesting about Emma, too, is that she's like super liberal, hippie granola left-wing person, but she, in this case, is not into abortion because she knows that would mean she doesn't exist.
But see, again, to me, that's about the truth of the characters instead of just the politics, because you assume that anyone who's left is going to be pro-abortion, and that's wrong.
And it's a personal thing. It's not it's an absolutely personal thing.
Very true.
I liked this scene and I liked this sequence because it has happened that I've babysat and then gone home and said, I'm never, ever, ever having children.
And that's what Emma's trying to do here, right? She's basically trying to show Craig and Manny the reality of what's going on. So there's Chris Sharp, Emma and Chris. Were they going out at this point or
Yeah.
flirting?
I think, no, they got together in This Charming Man, the episode before this, named by Nicole Demers.
Yes.
Episode 313.
That was a rave scene, right? The rave.
Oh, no,
episode?
James wrote the rave
it's
309.
309.
Yeah.
That's the one where,
Yeah, that was a good one.
yeah, well, written by me. What do you expect? Oh my
God, there's a
gosh,
naked
there's
baby
bump.
bum.
Oh my gosh.
Full back on nudity.
Manny. This is so hard.
Oh my God, there's a weenus.
This must be like a totally uncut version, because there's stuff in here that I don't think made it to the aired version.
Oh, really? Like
I've
the baby
never
weenus?
seen the weenus before. Well, I've never seen the baby weenus.
They're actually going to put a
before,
sticker on the DVD, including baby weenus.
Yeah. A parental
Never
advisory.
before seen.
I would buy anything that said never before seen weenus on the cover.
Baby weenus. That's what they're talking about right here. They're talking about baby weenuses. So Liberty loves
They started
JT.
importing Japanese cars. That's kind of cool.
Poor Liberty JT. Well, she gets him later.
He's wearing a bandana and a hat. Wow.
Yeah, he's really rocking it.
Did you
Eminem
know
style.
that you lose 50% of your body heat through the top of your head?
I'd rather not talk about it.
He's a
Thank
very,
you
very
much.
cold head,
Really?
Sean Cameron. Very, very cold head.
Was the flu? What
I
happened
got
to the
dumped last
flu?
week.
Danny Clark is really good.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yep.
he's really
Amy met some guy at motocross.
funny.
He's a really funny, in all our cast read-throughs, he probably has the craziest comments
It's okay.
He does like
Yeah.
of anyone. Cassie's
they're
known
so-
to have a few too. But
So,
Cassie either makes crazy comments or doesn't talk, because sometimes you don't talk.
yeah, like I've been talking more lately.
yes, you have it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But whenever Danny
Danny
Clark was there, oh my God, how much milk is in this episode?
How much
There's
hair
so
is in
much
this
milk.
episode?
Oh, dudes!
This is a great scene, though.
What is this
Because this is the first time someone
Can I ask you a
says,
question, dude?
Sure.
I don't have my headphones on, so there you go.
Are you on crack?
Didn't he
Dude,
just say,
are
dude,
you
are you
on
on crack?
Yeah.
That was like a real precedent-breaking thing because we couldn't say stuff
That's
like,
my
dude, are you
favorite
on
line,
crack?
though.
Isn't it?
Because
That's the best
it's such something that like it's so real. It's like, are you?
This
I
is
know.
also a bit weird for Degrassi because usually you take, if you have a main character, they're in every scene of their story. So this is the main scene in the Manny Craig story, but Manny's not in it, so it's actually kind of unusual. But we just so loved Spinner talking some sense into him because Spinner's not generally known for his brains, but
Yeah, this is like real guys talking here. It's one of the challenges of writing the show is that you can't swear, so it gets hard.
that takes out half your vocabulary.
Yeah.
So you
it
just have to
really
put
is.
lots of exclamation points. I see that a lot.
Italics are also good.
Get a vacuum.
Yeah, that's really old school, man. So that's Spike, and she was the one we were talking about before who had a baby at 14.
Make
Emma's
yourself a
mom.
space.
What's that wall stencil?
I want to know
it's kinda
what
ugly.
being a singer is really like.
That whole house is so like 70s.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Plus, all 6 things are on fire, and you're standing up riding a bus.
Our art
can't
department
stop
is
for at
totally
least 12
awesome.
years.
I have to say, though, Steve Stanley and the
Sounds
entire art
horrible.
Love
department,
them, yeah.
totally
You get
brilliant.
sticky candy kisses.
What they pull off is
Christmas
truly
ornaments made out of
remarkable.
toilet paper rolls.
I mean, the show looks
Great.
like $1 million, and it actually only costs about
Lots of women raise
$10. So
kids on their own.
we work for
But doing
free.
it at 14 was extra hard.
Maybe you do.
All my friends went
You
off to
got paid.
college, university, Europe, but I stayed home.
I want to study fashion. You know,
Maybe. I thought you wanted to be a movie star. What is this?
Yeah, I know.
This is before you decided you wanted to be a movie star.
That's all people want to be on Degrassi is work in fashion
I
or
want to
be in
be
movies.
famous.
Oh my god, even that baby toy is from the 70s. It's probably not safe
Ultimately,
anymore.
the responsibility is yours. So the decision is yours, no one else's.
You mean I don't have to do this if I don't want to?
Oh, I love it.
So that's Sean and his friend Towers.
Let me guess.
With a Z, Towers.
Towers-
sorry,
Towers
Z,
was part of the
Z
Candy
for our
Gang,
American
right?
viewers. Yeah, the Sesame Street gang.
The Sesame Street Candy Gang who steal chocolate bars.
Yeah.
That's how badass they
Perhaps
are.
I was subconsciously inspired by Sean's
We push it as far as we can, but it is a kid's show, so
work. I look forward to
we
continuing.
are limited. So that's kind of like a whole Grease look she's rocking there, huh?
Yeah.
Rizzo?
Totally. That's
What is going on?
Liberty decided that she would go home and study on how to be cool.
And she had all the wrong videos from like 30 years ago.
Mother, I feel your pain.
Well, because her parents won't buy her the ones that say featuring baby weenus on the cover.
Yeah,
So she didn't watch the right
One way
movie.
out of this. You gotta be brutal. The word hint is not in Liberty's vocab.
Okay, I do remember this is a subplot that had about 50 scenes cut out of it, though. I do remember that.
Well, I think we're actually watching the full version, though, with restored scenes in it.
And, well, of course, and the baby weenus, I forgot.
You notice how
Oh,
Sean
Sean.
always has his sweater slightly off so Daniel can show off his shoulders?
So his head is very cold, but his arms are very hot at all times.
Okay.
That was another big debate we had, which was whether or not Manny's dad should be in the episode or
No
just spoken about.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. We were like, you probably wouldn't tell your
Then
dad.
this episode would have been like 4 parts because it would have been like way more drama.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't
Yeah, your
care
dad's
what you
crazy.
say. I don't care what Dad says.
I love your dad, though.
Okay?
Yeah, he's really good.
I am not a little girl.
But yeah, this was a big debate because we don't normally, up until this point, we didn't go and spend time with a kid's parents that wasn't, Spike or
Well, the other
Or
big,
Joey, right?
the other big time it came up was like Paige's date rape, and we didn't have
We didn't
any
show
parents
Mom.
for Paige during that whole. So this was actually a departure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't go
And a
away.
great thing.
I
I'm
can't
so
be
glad we did
pregnant.
it.
I can't be.
It's
I
hard to
can't
have a
be
story about
on yet.
abortion without including
What
Yeah.
the
else
mother
can
in
I do?
some capacity.
Mommy,
Mom's
I'm
taking the news
sorry.
pretty well.
I'm sorry.
So, Cassie, how hard is it to cry in a scene?
I think I was slightly laughing in this scene actually.
No.
But crying and laughing is like it's a very fine line.
Okay, so I've seen Miriam totally turn the tears on,
yeah,
like a sprinkler, but I know like some people fake it and some people can actually do it. Who
I-
can actually do it?
I think a lot of people can actually do it. I don't think Lauren can do it. I can do it. Miriam can do it. Jake Epstein can do it.
A 5-finger disc.
That's all I know that I absolutely can do it. Who else?
You're about as
I don't
edgy
think
as a
we've
butter.
ever tried to make Jay or Sean cry, so we wouldn't know about
Sean cried, I think, didn't he?
Mike or Danny.
Maybe Sean?
Did Sean cry?
I thought
Oh, I don't know.
Sean did cry at one point.
Well, with when what's his name got shot, probably. There's Jay, one of the best characters. So much fun.
Love Jay.
Jay's totally
I love
awesome.
Mike Lobel.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
And then there's Towers, who never speaks.
Mike isn't anything like Jay, too. That's what's pretty funny.
Streetcar, ubiquitous streetcar.
And it's Queen Street, which is just, it's just east of where we are today. Yeah, fascinating.
Absolutely
Shelley.
nowhere near where we shoot this, in case you want to know. This is all
It's Jack's bathroom.
big studio,
Yeah, it's not a real school.
not a real
For anybody who's
school.
wondering, I get that all the time. So do you actually go to Degrassi? No.
In the original series,
No.
it was a real school.
It was a
Yeah,
real
it
school.
was.
Because I went to
But it
school
wasn't
just up the street
Degrassi. It
from
was
it.
like a Centennial College or something, right?
Yeah, they shot it at a real school.
Where?
The other weird thing that I know that happens is, and
She's driving
I'm sure
me
this is in Cassie's future, but a lot of the actors from the
getting an
original
abortion.
show will get spotted in the mall and stuff, and people say, "Didn't I go to school with you?" Because everyone sort of
I
has.
know you think it's wrong.
It's been long enough that
And
they've
your
forgotten
child would
their
too.
actors from TV and they just think they went to high school with them.
I actually went to high school with Spike.
For me.
Did you?
She was in her last year when I started.
Oh my god.
And you'd see her hair. She dressed like that. You'd see her hair go through the crowds of people.
Yeah, that was
At least would have a life.
She used to do her own hair.
What about adoption?
With an iron.
There
I
are
think, right?
agencies with
And
great
some kind of spray
counselors.
starch or
I
something.
know, but I can't go through giving birth.
Punk rock.
So terrifying. And then going to school huge and everybody knows about it?
You can get through all that.
I can't. I swear. I'm 14. Emma, please.
This script was, Shelley, it was nominated for an award, wasn't it?
It was nominated for a Gemini Award.
For a Gemini Award. Did,
Which is a Canadian TV
Canadian Emmy Award.
Yeah.
Did you win?
No.
No.
It lost to a preschool show called Nana Land.
I love that show.
Oh, yeah.
Na na land. Na na land. It's a little oh man, I lost to a puppet.
Well,
Did we all get drunk after that?
We got really
After
loaded
that.
after that.
Was I there?
Poor
Yeah, you were
drink.
totally there.
Oh, I think I got drunk too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just
Hardly
kidding.
surprising.
Not in
Just
my
kidding.
presence.
In Moby
Oh,
Dick, Ishmael, he goes on the ship looking for the meaning of life.
I don't remember this part.
I do. That tracksuit was really comfortable.
There she is.
Don't, Craig.
What's the
This
matter?
was a really hard scene for everyone, I think. I think it was a hard scene to act
I thought I
for
could-
all
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys, because there's a lot of turns in it.
Maybe now.
I think it was a hard scene to direct.
You're
It's
not making
definitely
any sense.
impossible to write.
Someday, you're gonna be a great dad. And someday I hope I'll be a mom. But now, now isn't someday yet.
Did you just remember that off the top of your head?
Yeah.
You're so good.
No, you're not. Manny, stop. No, I won't let you.
Please! Craig,
I'm like, you butt out. What she's doing is wrong.
I agree with you, okay?
The mood just
If
switches
she
to
was
check
just
out
some
scene right
stranger,
then.
I would be furious with her, but she's my friend. And it's her choice.
But it's my baby.
And Manny's body, what about her?
I can't. Thank you.
Dankeschön.
Gracias.
On my own again.
On Manny, conflicted.
On Manny, yeah.
Oh, you're right about the shoulders. Oh, yeah, hey, Craig.
Hey.
I'll finish the project and put your name on it. Don't worry.
Danny Clark's definitely one of the more popular
I
actors.
should have known. You're James
With,
Dean. and
It's the
amongst
shoulders,
ladies.
man.
It's the shoulders, huh?
that nobody ever asked the sock off.
I remember too, Danny's like just a little bit
if
older
somebody
than
did wanna
everyone
ask
else,
you
so
out?
he was driving before everyone.
Nobody likes me.
And he
I
had
had-
that Honda
He
Prelude.
had that Honda
Totally
Prelude
tricked
that was
out,
all
yeah.
tricked out, and
He says
my
he's
office had a window, and I'd watch him drive in really fast
You're
and like
talking about
stand
Hondas
outside
all the
staring at the car.
Yeah.
Oh, towers.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Liberty and Towers went out. I forgot about that.
He does the
He liked
queen
the way he
wave,
said,
or the claw
veneration,
wave, we like to call it.
Masterly.
I like him.
All right, then.
Does he have a line for this whole
Do you
thing?
have any
No, I don't
No,
think
he
ever
never
spoke.
talks sexually. I think that was one
That
of
was
the
part
ideas
the
of
thing.
Towers.
He just stole chocolate bars.
This was.
Well,
I
do you
actually.
Do you notice that there's crackers in that
little?
basket?
Like the cramps
Yeah.
when it's your
What
period.
is with that? In case you're
And it's
nauseous?
safe. She'll be okay.
Oh,
As the
probably. Yeah,
consent
they do
form
their
states,
research,
there is
right?
some risk
Yeah,
of
we do a lot of
complication, but
research,
it's
and then
very
the
low.
art department does
8%.
even more. This was. I actually had a friend who
If you're
used to
ready.
work in a clinic who got me some sort of first access to sort of help me figure out what Manny would be going through here.
It's one of those scenes we talked about a gabillion times. How to do this, what's the
How
right
would
way
I
to do
feel?
it, and
Yeah, it went back and forth.
back and forth, back and forth, back and
A
forth.
lot of versions.
Lots of women cry a little.
And there was concern earlier too. I remember the end wasn't sure if
I'll be okay.
there's a lot of qualifications. I think we had different versions of scenes.
Yeah.
We
Originally, Spike was gonna go with her too, right? At
Yep.
that point?
And
Was
Freeze.
that right?
oh yeah.
And then her mother came up.
Yay! Good job, Cassie Steele. And Shelley Scarrow. And everybody else. Especially James Hurst. Totally awesome.
Derek from Props.
Good times.
Well, this was fun.
This was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun.
Hey, let's just do it for the rest of the season, just for fun, just for ourselves, even if it doesn't go on the tape.
We should just talk in third person all the time.
Oh.
Like when we walk by each other,
Like her commentary.
Shelly and Cassie pass the hall. Shelly doesn't say hi to Cassie. She has something on her face. Walks away.
Shelly does or Cassie does? Cassie has
Cassie has
something
something
on
on
her
her face.
It's just a dimple.
Crazy.
It's oh you.
And
CTV, Canadian television.